We're seeing clearing skies for the rest of Tuesday, but a stormy Wednesday could be on the way. Potential for severe weather, followed by some cooler, drier weather, but maybe more storms for the weekend. So after some morning rainfall, generally pretty light, skies continue to clear from west to east. We could see a couple of thunderstorms pop up here in the afternoon hours, mostly in southeastern Minnesota and western Wisconsin. Yesterday it looked a little bit more conducive for some late afternoon storms than it does now today. But we will see highs jump into the low 80s across much of southern Minnesota, 70s to the north, and Gulf moisture streaming northward. You're going to notice by later today how it is going to be a bit muggy. Dew points will probably pop into the low 60s, but tomorrow will be even more humid. We're going to see dew points by the afternoon and evening well into the 60s, maybe even some of the first 70-degree dew points in southern Minnesota. That, combined with some pretty warm temperatures, will set the stage for some possible severe storms. We do have a slight risk of severe weather still for much of central and southern Minnesota into western Wisconsin, level 2 out of 5 for that. Now, there are some inhibiting factors we'll talk about here, but there is a risk of tornadoes. So we've got the 5% probability, a hatched hail probability, which means strong chance of some large hail. We're talking about potentially over 2-inch sized hail. And then also pretty good chance of seeing some high wind gusts out of this. But upper 80s, some low 90s possible tomorrow. It will depend upon, though, where we see the sun most of the day or not. We're going to have a low-level jet stream going. That's pumping in warm, humid air a few thousand feet above the ground. Those winds will be roaring, and that could create some morning showers and thunderstorms. Models hinting at that. This is mid-morning Wednesday. Some scattered showers are going to be possible. And if we have those clouds and showers around, that's going to push to the south or east where we see the potential development for storms later in the day. So the late afternoon, evening hours, we are probably going to see some supercells pop up somewhere in southern Minnesota, but where that happens exactly will depend upon those morning showers and clouds. There'll be plenty of juice where we see it, where we see the sun, where we don't get those clouds and showers to really linger into the morning. Right now, some of the models hinting more at southwestern Minnesota, but there is going to be that energy, high moisture, some warm temperatures with the sunshine, and then we're going to add to the mix shear as those mid-level winds crank up and move east tomorrow. And shear is what you need to organize those storms. That's the difference between a garden variety thunderstorm and supercells. When we look at two different model versions here, the NAM model versus the high resolution rapid refresh model, both showing strong updraft tracks, basically where supercells could form in southern Minnesota, and also the potential for some high wind gusts. This is the high resolution rapid refresh model, producing some of those severe wind gusts across southern Minnesota, maybe even in the Twin Cities. So large hail, damaging wind gusts, but there is also a tornado threat tomorrow too, once that shear moves in. Where again that happens all depends upon where things destabilize the most tomorrow, and that is the question mark. But significant tornado parameter does get high in some of the models across southern Minnesota as we head into late Wednesday. So something to watch. It's going to be one of those days, though, where we won't really know a clear picture until the morning, depending upon what's happening there. But low 80s today. Again, an isolated thunderstorm possible again late in the day, mainly southeastern Minnesota. Tomorrow, some showers in the morning, clearing midday, and then strong storms developing late afternoon, evening hours into the overnight. 87 degrees, it's going to be steamy. Again, that dew point could get close to 70. And then drier air moves in, should be calmer, brighter Thursday, Friday. And then late Saturday into Sunday, we could see more storms develop as more steamy air moves in. Sunday, Monday, upper 80s, and it will be pretty muggy once again.